Hi, welcome back to Rice. Yes, I know it's been a while, and yes, I did say that my next video wouldn't be a review, but hi, I'm reviewing Spider-Man 2. So, be happy because I got the game, and I never get games like at launch. I got the game just so I could review it for you guys, so you better enjoy, you better not complain. And don't worry, I will have something other than a review out soon, although the Marvels is out in days, and then after that I will have some original cool stuff going on, I think. Loki ends this week as well, never mind. Oh, I should do a Marvels and Loki 2-in-1. Therefore, I don't have to waste your time with 2 review videos. Cool. See, I'm thinking ahead, I'm working with you guys. So, Insomniac, Spider-Man. First game, guess what? I haven't actually played. I know, it's crazy. I didn't have a PS4, got a PS5 last year, played Miles Morales first, tried to play Spider-Man PS4, just the base one, not remastered. Couldn't play it because Miles Morales is just that much of a big jump up in terms of visuals and speed of swinging and whatnot that I just couldn't go back. But I thought, I've watched Jacksepticeye play it, that's all I need. I've watched other people play it as well, so basically I know the story. I don't need to play it. I will play it one day maybe, just to, get round to it so I can officially say I've played it. But I think it's okay. I've experienced the story, which is one of the main parts of these Insomniac kind of Spider-Man games, because like most Sony exclusives, they are story driven. So apart from that, Miles Morales I loved, not just because I'm a Miles Morales fan, stan, whatever, but because it was really fun, it was short, sweet, the Venom gameplay was amazing. So I was just so excited for Spider-Man 2, and the fact that it's finally here, the fact that I played it all, is kind of crazy. But yeah, good things. I thought it was really fun. Gameplay wise, I never got bored of fighting enemies. One thing with Miles Morales, and that's a shorter game, by the end of it, I just didn't want to do any random crimes. Whereas I keep going back into Spider-Man 2 just to play random crimes post-story. It's really fun. The gameplay, I think they're getting to a perfect state of that. I still think there's some things, I'll go into that they need to get a bit more, perfected. But at the moment, it's just so fun to just jump into a bunch of enemies and just fight them all. Especially by the end of the game when you're just like OP. The boss battles in Miles Morales, and I can only assume, but from what I've seen, Spider-Man PS4 2, weren't the best. But in this game, they're elite. They're like some of the best parts of the game. The Lizard boss battle, so fun. The opening Sandman level is... it might be better than later boss fights, which I think is a problem, and I'll get into that. But in general, the boss fights were still a lot better than Miles Morales, in the fact that they actually felt like you were fighting the opponent with every ability that you've gained up until now, instead of like a scripted kind of event that kind of just played out after you hit them a certain amount of times. Like their health bar, you seeing a health bar really helps, just because it feels like you're actually whittling down an enemy with all your skills. Visually, it's so good. I thought Miles Morales looked amazing, but this game just takes it to a whole new level. The new map additions are great. The web wings are so fun. Swinging in this game is insane. It's so fast. It's so fun. The web wings just work so well with it. The animations are amazing. So I went back to play Miles Morales quickly before I uninstalled it for space, thinking, I could just play, swing around. It felt egregious how slow I was and how just... it felt cringy, like when you just can't bring yourself to play more because it feels like I'm on a slow motion mode. So that's how much of an improvement the swinging is in this game. Story-wise, I was a fan mostly, but that's where I can get into some of my complaints, because I feel like the balance of the 2 Spider-Man, the ones that are on the cover, so it is a dual Spider-Man story, wasn't the best. Miles is definitely sidelined, and I get it. Some people might say, well, he's a side character. Well, he's not, because again, like I just said, he's on the cover. So he should be a legit main character, a dual lead. And he definitely feels like he's sidelined to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which I get, he is. But at the same time, it makes him feel like a lesser version or a less important character when Peter's literally doing the whole symbiote arc, and the scene where, I won't spoil too much, but the scene where he gets this symbiote is such a like, you can tell it's just, well, it's an important moment, so you feel that importance. And then I just clocked midway through, Miles isn't here. He doesn't feel like he's part of the plot. It just feels like he's added in. It feels like he's kind of weirdly just like the guy who kind of just awkwardly just hanging around, because he's not even involved in these main moments up until later when, you know, you have to get the suit off of Peter. But like, yeah, obviously they're gonna have Miles do that, but have him kind of throughout. I don't know, it felt like he was sidelined from the main story, and they didn't have him have his own main story. I had a thought, it wouldn't really make sense, but say the game had two main stories. So like, say the Miles Morales game was just Miles' story in this. That would be cool if it felt like we were playing two simultaneous stories, and they somehow find a really cool way to merge them into one game. Obviously that's a whole different thing, and I don't think they should have done that, but it's just my point that Miles didn't even really have his own big plot to at least make up for the fact that he's not in the main plot enough. He just kind of does silly, fun side missions to help out the community. And that comes to a different problem I think I have with Insomniac and just generally creators' perception of Miles as a character, that he has to kind of just be the down-to-earth, community-driven Spider-Man, and the yes, but also when it gets to a point where he's helping out finding, you know, museum property, and Peter's doing the literal symbiote arc, black suit arc, it just feels disconnected basically. I think they could have done a better job at merging the two Spider-Men into one story. It felt like Peter's game and then Miles was just added in because they thought, oh, I guess we have to. But that being said, I think the story overall was still good. I had fun. Venom was really cool. I like Tony Todd as Venom. I do understand that some people do want that kind of fun Eddie Brock Venom, and I think maybe one day we can get that. But for now, I think that was really good. Teasers at the end won't spoil, but there is one tease. Interesting. New character. Interesting. Trying to be vague. Interesting. Oh, Miles' new suit. Genuinely the worst suit design Spider-Man has ever had, and he better take it off. It's literally an Adidas advertisement. Like, what's going on? Why is that the final suit? Why is that his advanced suit? Peter gets the coolest Spider-Man redesign in ages, with a big white spider, and it's really unique, and it makes him feel unique. And then they were like, hey guys, unique, that's the right word. That's all we got to focus on. Let's make Miles' suit unique. They focus on unique too much. You need to make the suit good as well. Who would have guessed? Not Insomniac, apparently. But yeah, overall, game's really fun. I love the Venom abilities, both Peter's and Miles's. It's really confusing because I meant Peter's and then I remembered technically they're just symbiote abilities. That's what happens when you don't have a script. But I think it's fun to ramble about this game because I just think it's just cool. I don't really have to like have a deep script on it because I just feel like it's just fun and I had fun. The side missions are really good. I'll say that side missions are really good. Miles Morales' side missions were already good, but I think these are even better. So I think Insomniac needs to just keep making these games. I can't wait for Wolverine, and I'll give you a tease as to what one of my upcoming videos is. It is a concept video for another superhero game I think they should make, and it's not going to be what you expect because the character not many people love because of a certain Disney Plus show. That sounds a lot like She-Hulk. It's not She-Hulk. That being said,